On Something to Talk About today, we take a look at a national program designed for Guam's high school students. It's a doorway to the world of business. Some cool ideas from these young participants have landed on store shelves in some of Guam's most successful stores. Junior Achievement, now that's something to talk about. And welcome to Something to Talk About. Thank you for joining us. Here we are at Ruby Tuesday in Tamuning, and we have got a table full of delicious food. I'm smelling barbecue ribs.
Oh, yes.
Right? And I'm thinking that's a crab cake of some kind. And then we've already just ascertained that this is a jambalaya sort of Cajun dish. We are here to feast and to talk. I'm with Beth Lazama. She's the executive director for the Junior Achievement Guam, which has been here on Guam for how long now?
We are celebrating our 40th year this year.
Wow.
Yes.
Not bad. 40th year.
Yes.
And of course, Bank of Guam has been there from the very start as well. Chelsea Ting joins us. She's representing the Bank of Guam today.
Hi, thank you.
How
I'm
are
glad
you?
to be here. I'm good. How are you?
No, I'm fine. Thank you for coming and taking some time out. I know it's really hard to sit here and try to eat the
I know,
Tuesdays
it's
food,
wafting.
Yeah. Talk to me about Junior Achievement. How many high school kids have you assisted or helped launch, this whole concept of fending for yourself and starting a business and learning economics?
Yep. So, 40 years we're talking with JA. We don't have numbers. I can tell you for the past 6 years, our numbers have grown and grown and grown, right?
Yeah.
So last year we had more than 400 students. We had 11 student companies. Way back in the day, I remember at one time Bank of Guam was like the only student company sponsor, and they had a small group, right? That was many, many years ago. There was one year, a couple years ago, we had 17 student company sponsors.
Wow.
So it just kind of fluctuates, right?
Yeah.
But it's all about financial literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So the high school students, and we help students from every single high school in Guam. So public schools, private schools, we've had homeschool kids that joined the program. Guam High, they're involved in the program. So it's all high school students, and they learn how to start their own business from beginning to end.
Wow.
Yep.
So tell me, Chelsea, how does the Bank of Guam fit into the role as a company? How do you, a sponsor, how do you help?
Well, as the bank, we like to help and figure out ways to help teach kids financial literacy, and we found this as a great opportunity to do so. We take a bunch of kids, high school students who are willing to think of a product or a service, and then they're there to advise them into how to make their dreams come true. So,
do you also offer some sort of financial support to that project as well? Do you provide some kind of funding for it as well?
well, we become a corporate sponsor, and I know Bank of Guam has been a corporate sponsor for many years, and if any other corporate sponsors would like to come and be involved and become a corporate sponsor, we highly recommend it. It's a great opportunity for you to reach out and get involved with the youth community.
So how do you do that? How does the sponsorship work in that way? Exactly what does the Bank of Guam do to sort of court these kids into a world of economics and finance?
Well, for this, JA offers us a kit, which we would then use that to work with the kids and figure out how are they going to start their business.
I see.
So they come to us basically with what they want.
With
they
an
need,
idea,
yes.
kind of an idea.
And
Okay.
then so we are there to advise them to help them make that come true.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So you've seen a lot of different businesses come to some kind of reality then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the kids,
Yeah, it's kind of, people have business ideas all the time, right?
Definitely.
And you must see them grow as the needs for certain things are there. Like, is
technology a bigger industry than maybe?
Well, that's growing.
Yeah.
Going throughout.
That's because there's so much potential for
That's
in
right.
the technology. So, what are they most interested in? The kind of businesses are you seeing?
Well,
What's the trend?
Yeah, for the last 3 or 4 years, of course, it's been technology.
Yeah.
So we've had kids develop apps as their product,
Oh,
right?
that's cool. Now
Yep.
that's fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
They'll do things like they'll work on with Facebook. They'll work, social media. Everything is digital, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But what we try and teach them also as corporations is that you can't just live in the digital world. In order to grow your business, you also have to network.
Yes.
And so we have to network with people like you. You have to actually speak to people in order to make your business grow.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
And so that's how we're hoping that the corporations will teach the students, especially today's students,
Yeah.
that they need to network. And
There's different aspects of business.
right.
And it isn't just nose to the grinds. You've got to get out there and try to make your marketing is a huge thing. I mean,
Marketing.
Yeah.
marketing is everything.
Finance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the trend for kids is to develop something that is going to make writing on this in the internet and playing on the social platform much easier for them.
Yeah, but
And they're really-
we've
go
also
ahead.
seen a very strong interest in cultural products. And so I'll show you some of the products
Okay,
later.
yeah.
But especially this year,
Yeah.
we're going to get so much because of FestPack. Everyone's going to be still riding the FestPack wave.
Yeah.
So a lot of the students find that they have success making money. You will make money with JA as a student if your student company does well. These kids walk away with cash in December.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a real business.
It's because their product is being sold, or
Yes, we work and there's we hold stuff at GPO and an expo of some sort so that they can show off their products
Yep.
and
Wow.
then make money off of it.
has there been any major company that has been formed as a result of a JA idea that you know of in America?
Probably, but yeah, no, not off the top of my head.
I mean,
Yeah,
I was just wondering what-
I wouldn't go as far that
Yeah.
far. But I would say that there have been companies that have taken products and they've went ahead and sold them in their business.
So they've sort of produced it, they made it part of their business,
Right.
sort of paid off the inventor.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
okay.
right.
Well, that's another
Right.
way. But that's the interesting thing is that everybody's got some kind of idea.
Idea.
You must seen some pretty outlandish ones, though.
Oh yeah, yeah, and every year for a while there, every year they were just doing T-shirts, and I'm like, okay, you guys, come on, really?
Be creative.
Yeah, be creative. Let's not just do another T-shirt. And so
Yeah.
one year, students did T-shirts. They were sponsored by Bank of Hawaii, I believe, and it was a regular black T-shirt, but they printed the recipe for red rice on the T-shirt upside down. So
Awesome.
you could read the recipe while you're cooking the red rice.
I have not
sense.
seen that in the store yet. That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
and then they packaged it with, what do you think they packaged it with?
A choti.
A choti, right?
Oh,
so
very
they
good.
packaged it really nicely with a choti, and that was their product, and they did really well. I think that was
yeah.
maybe have been product of the year
You
that
can
year.
send
Wow.
that off island.
Yes, and that-
Yeah.
It's a great gift.
Tell me how this ties into their students' curriculum, though. I mean, because a big part of it is linked to their actual education.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And so when JA develops the programs, they get the book, and the books are all aligned with, 20th century curriculum guidelines, because this is produced in the States, right? Because we promote financial literacy and entrepreneurship, they also learn those skills not just in the classroom, but in this program, right? Because
yeah.
there's not that many financial literacy skills being taught in the classroom.
That's what's
So
I
they
think that's
rely on
always
us.
been a really big issue, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And there is a host of financial institutions on Guam that make it at a certain time of year part of their mission to get into the schools.
Such as teach children to save, get smart about credit.
Yeah.
So we always work on different ways to help bring the kids into what they should be learning with
Yeah.
financial literacy.
Do you think that kids are also savvy about their, I don't know, maybe you would be in a better position to answer this, savvy about knowing about their credit? You know, I've heard horror stories of parents who steal their children's credit social security number when they're very small, and it's ruined by the time the kid's 5 years old.
Yep.
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
So they're very eager to learn. They want to know how are they able to make their credit good, so when they want to start getting loans or buying their first car. So what we do at the bank is we try and help them figure those things out.
Yeah.
And so if they already have bad credit, we can help them because of like what you said
Yeah.
of the stories.
It's
We
amazing
would-
because you will find kids who are in ninth grade who have bad credit.
Yeah.
And they've never even known what that meant.
Exactly.
And so we help them figure out a way to how can we mend it so that you can raise it up and become good
Yeah.
again.
Well, we're going to take a break here and then jam some of this food.
Yes.
But we're also going to be talking about, because we also have the next guest is actually a student from Father Duenas Memorial School, and he's involved in the JA program.
Very much so.
And I want to get his ideas as to what it is that what great inventions that he might have,
Yep.
and what we can do with it. You said that some of these companies have actually taken these products, bought them from the inventor, sold them, and
as
had
regular products.
as a regular product. Are there any of those sort of Guam products, Guam-centric products that are still in production that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I know that someone in Palau did it when
Yeah.
they had a really small program in Palau, and they did it for a while. DFS was a sponsor a couple years ago, and I believe that DFS took their
Carried some,
product
yeah.
and carried their product for a
See,
while.
so some of the stuff, and when you're dealing with these sort of young creative minds, a lot of it is like novelty stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
And it sells for a little while, and then maybe the novelty wears off. But that's all part of learning about the business of products, right?
Yeah, yeah. And as a corporate sponsor, that's what we need, is for the corporations to
Often.
guide these kids,
Yeah.
right? So we need young people like Chelsea to step up. She's so excited,
I am.
right?
I'm thrilled.
She's so excited to be a mentor this year
Yeah.
for the students.
You have a lot to teach them.
Yep, they're
Well, I recently just graduated from the university under business, so I am very excited.
Oh, she's hungry.
I am
And she
very
still
much
retains
so.
the knowledge, right? You haven't forgotten what the textbook said yet.
No, not
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Still there.
Yeah.
Chelsea, it's been a pleasure meeting
problem.
you.
Thank
Good
you so
luck,
much
and
for
good
having
luck
me.
to you. I think you're going to be a great teacher.
All right, thank you
a
so
great
much.
mentor. You're going to stay with us,
Yes,
Beth,
I
as
am.
we bring in our next guest. We are something to talk about. We're at Ruby Tuesday, and we're talking Junior Achievement Program on Guam. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Something to Talk About. We're picking out the food that we ate. The ribs were really, really good.
Yes,
we had
they
a
were.
Cajun pasta.
Yes, delicious.
Yeah, we bought that hands down. That was good. Introducing Leo Diassi. He's the Father Duenas Memorial High School senior, graduating this year. Woo!
Yahoo!
So exciting.
Go
Have some
Friars.
fries. Yeah, go Friars. You're part of the JA program too, huh?
Yes, I am. I've actually been in JA ever since I was a freshman.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'll be going into my 4th year this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the reason why you got in when you were ninth grade? What was that decision like?
Well, when I first heard about JA, I was really interested in the business aspect of it because ever since I was young, I was really interested in how you're able to sell something but at the same time make a living out of it. Yeah. And so what JA teaches kids on how to run a business and the basic aspects of it. I want to apply that to my mentality so I could probably use that knowledge and apply it to my future.
So when you first hooked up, who was your company sponsor?
I joined Tan Holdings my first year.
Okay.
Yes.
Not a bad company
Yeah.
to be a part of.
Yeah.
So was there something that you learned in that first year with Tan that you'll never forget? Something that was stuck with you?
Well, ultimately, with Tan Holdings, I would say the support that my team had and also the concept that we developed because our products revolved around the idea of being eco-friendly and being one with the environment. So our products consisted of selling these pens that we made ourselves, using recycled newspaper and origami paper. Also, we developed a speaker made out of bamboo. And also we developed
Come on in,
a
speaking
placemat.
of. All right.
Yes, more food.
Thank you.
More food. Looks
and-
delicious.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, and then also within that time frame, my company that was developed my first year, we also developed a great bond, especially for my first year. So it was very memorial to me, and also the support that the advisors gave gave to our company was also something I appreciated.
You know, I just had a thought because you're young, entrepreneurs coming into a very big, vast, very competitive world. A big part of learning the basics and, like you said, financial literacy is the code of ethics.
Yes.
I mean, that is as important as anything in a business, isn't it? Is understanding, especially to impress among these young kids, the importance of ethical behavior.
Exactly, and in fact, JA also has a ethical ethics class that I teach sometimes outside of this program. But
Hey, thanks.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
delicious.
Okay. Wow, I love Ruby Tuesday.
But it's
ethics
something.
is a part of the training.
and the kids need to learn.
Yeah.
I mean, they need. Sometimes it's something as easy as I'll go to the store. And if I'm with my son or my nephew, and the cashier makes the wrong change, if I catch it at that time, I mean, I'll let the cashier know. I'll fess up, right? And they're like, "Why didn't you just take it? It's their fault." I said, "No, it's ethical."
Yeah, it's ethical, and there's part of our culture too. That's kind of ingrained in how we grew up. Anyway, we all went to Catholic schools. There's another thing. There's another thing. That's a guilt stuff.
Okay, that's true.
And speaking of, let's make the point about this because Leo obviously is a private school student. This program is not limited to private schools.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Right. So
it's important that we understand that.
Yeah, it's all high schools, all grades 9 through 12. Sometimes in private schools, actually, we limit it to 10 through 12.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on, because we get a lot of private school students.
Yeah.
And that's because they understand and they already know that when you put JA on a college application or on a employment application, the community knows. They know that you are coming to them. You have skills because you participated in JA.
You prepared
Yeah.
for this step.
You can offer something to this college. You can
Yeah.
offer something to this business because you've participated in JA.
Yeah.
And so,
But the same applies to a kid who comes from a public school
yeah,
environment.
absolutely.
That they would understand the value of having that on a resume.
Yes.
That's and valuable stuff. Now, I got to get to the products because that's the cool thing. Okay.
Yeah,
And then after that, we'll talk about the corporate sponsorship
Okay,
and how
all
you
right.
should be involved. All right. So,
All right,
this is
so-
show and tell time. This is what I was looking forward to. Because every time I think about JA, I think about like some of the really cool inventions that are out there,
Yep,
right?
yep,
So
yep.
you're going to show us now. What are these products? Oh, really? It's got a plug.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yes.
Is there a light bulb?
Yes.
Oh, because
Oh,
there's
no,
a
no.
plug
Oh, yeah,
behind-
there is a light bulb.
Okay, there's a plug behind you.
Yep.
Okay, so whose is this?
So this was a DFS product, DFST Galleria. 2 years ago, they were
Okay.
a corporate sponsor, and DFS, you're welcome to come back and be a sponsor again this year.
Hint, hint.
So their students were marketing. Who do you think they were marketing to?
Oh, look at that. Okay, yeah.
Probably to the Japanese tourists.
Okay,
Or the
I'm gonna plug
tourists.
this in
Yep,
behind you, okay?
Absolutely. And yes, the
Oh,
light
look,
came
it works
on.
and everything.
Yep, it lights up.
It lights up on the back.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you can switch out the photos. I don't have the different ones,
Oh,
but they made
Legendary
like
Guahan. Okay,
they
so
made
there's
like
different
3
artwork in there.
Yep. And then they punched the design out on the back by themselves.
These are the students that
The
actually
students.
manufacture this product.
Yep.
All right. Okay,
Yes.
that's cool.
And
Okay,
then
what
this
else
was
is
a
there?
Bank of Guam product last year. It's a chalkboard on one side and a whiteboard on the other side.
A day. That is very financy.
I know.
That's cool. I like that. I like that too.
So
All
I'm
right.
looking for Leo's product.
Oh, Leo. What did
Let's
you make,
see.
Leo?
Last year, my company, Pacific Solstice, we developed these bracelets that symbolize the essence of Guam. So this, out of the 3 bracelets we produced, this one represented the land, so we called it our Tono bracelet. And with these bracelets, it just comes with a sticker when you buy the actual bracelet, and also when you take out the sticker, there's also a message that explains like the whole concept of the bracelet that we're trying to explain.
Okay.
And that was his speech last year when he was selling it to customers.
Oh yeah.
And so who actually picked up this product? Oh, it's got a lottie stone. Is that a lottie shape?
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
The bracelet also has a ladystone because another importance that we wanted to have in our product was to serve a purpose, and that symbolizes Guam. So of course we thought the ladystone absolutely did that. So,
Well,
yeah.
you can't. Okay, is there anything
One
else?
more, one more.
Okay,
So this was
this is the
Tan
bags?
Holdings.
Tan
So the
Holdings.
students, they
Yeah.
went eco-friendly.
Yeah.
These bags are made out of recyclable.
Oh my
Capri
gosh.
Suns. So they sewed it themselves.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That is very cool. I
Yeah.
like that. And the fabric is sort of an island print. All
Yep,
right.
Yep. So that was it.
You can't do this without these corporate
Corporate sponsors.
colleagues, right, in the community.
Yes, and there's very little financial investment. The reward
It's more
that you
mentoring
get,
than it is anything,
and
right?
it's time, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be able to give the time. So the students meet once a week for at least 2 hours every week from September through December. They will go through the entire JA program, right? They'll choose a company name,
Yes.
pick officers. What else do you do?
You get assigned to your particular department, which ranges from like marketing department to the production department.
Well, and is that based on whatever your interests and strengths are?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, so they assess and evaluate.
Right, you fill out
Okay.
an actual job application.
Oh, okay, got it.
But they basically go where
Yeah.
they want to go. And
Yeah.
then we will liquidate in December, so they learn how to liquidate the company. I don't even know how to liquidate a company. I mean, you know.
Well, you don't want to know how to liquidate.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
hoping you don't have to liquidate your company. But
And then this is a competition. So out of all of the student companies, we select a panel of judges, not we, a panel of judges will select the company of the year and the officers of that company of the year. So there are 4 officers, there's president, and then there's marketing, finance, and production. They will represent Guam at the Asia Pacific competition.
Okay.
And last year, or this year, it was in Korea, and Leo went. Next year, it will be in Japan.
Okay. So here's the big question. How is this all going to translate into Leo Deas's life? How is this going to work out for you?
Well, of course, taking what I've learned from JA, going on to my 4th year, I would say just making all the connections and networking, and also like just the general education I've taken from this program. Of course, I'll always remember it when I would pursue it in my future, like not only in a business perspective, but also in the way I associate with people. Because I believe JA isn't only learning of how to like operate and work a business, but also how to just work in general and be social with other people.
Yeah.
So especially like when I went off island.
There's a lot of real cool life lessons in all of that.
Yes.
Not to mention you're also in Skip, right? Is that
Oh,
the
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
relationship? Because you go and
Entertainment.
Skip with her son. And go ahead, tell everybody your son's name so he gets a little love. You guys, what's your son's name?
Nathan.
Nathan.
Hi, Nathan.
Hey,
Okay.
Nathan. Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. I really wish you well. And it sounds like you've got your life already starting to shape up with just the experience you've had. the
So what
junior
company do you want to
achievement.
go to this year, do you think? Maybe.
I'm still deciding because, you know, I've been with Tan Holdings. I've been,
Yeah.
for my first year, I've been with various other companies, but still deciding.
Last year was PIC.
Yeah, PIC last year was my sponsor.
Well, maybe
so,
our
yeah.
company
Yeah.
might be able to work something. I know Kyle Mandapat has that brilliant idea.
I know.
So we'll see what happens in the future, but we will be marking your progress. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Congratulations early on your graduation.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, that'll do it for us for this. It's something to talk about. I'll tell you, we'll talk to you about other things when we got something else to talk about next week. Good night.